It was a cold, snowy day, December 21st, 2012, the winter solstice. Outside I could hear the wind howling, snow blowing, a true Vermont blizzard. Inside, it was calm, quiet, and warm. The cozy blanket across my lap was comforting and started to soothe the internal conflict that brought me here to speak with this spirit guide. Now I consider myself an empath and able to connect with my own inner voice. Be your own guru is something I might say to a client or a friend. Yet on this wintry solstice, I was struggling with some internal questions that seemed to be planted in my soul from the beginning of time, questions around my own higher purpose. And ideas weren't the problem, except that there were too many. In fact, there were so many that my brain became so heavy with them that they began to fight over one another, each one tumbling across the other, keeping me up at night, begging for attention. And each one was followed by the pesky how, and when the how wasn't answered, the next idea raised its hand, and the cycle continued, leading into a jumbled, endless mess of half-realized dreams. But it wasn't the how I needed to be concerned with. When I began to put fear aside and focus on the what, a bigger vision emerged, one that could incorporate many ideas. Courage surfaced and allowed me to try some new creative outlets. I put myself on the spot and started a local TV show. I interviewed people who were living in their higher purpose, doing work they loved and getting paid for it. My first interview was with author Suzanne Kingsbury. We hit it off. She introduced me to an agent, and then the next project became clear. I was to write my first book. Yet on this day, December 21st, 2012, there were still many tangled questions. Is my proposal good enough? Is my idea good enough? Did I choose the right agent? Which publisher? What if I've spent all this time and energy for nothing, and nothing happens? What if I make the wrong decision and just lose out? And that is when the wisdom poured out, and this is what it said: you will not be swept under the carpet. You may trust your impulses. Sit in your ample throne. It's time to be seen. You are but a gateway in this life. I hate to rob you of all the great joy and recognition of it all, but indeed, you are a gateway. Allow the Spirit to pass through. Be open and allow, and not feel this is entirely about you being correct, right, or worthy. You don't have to be right or worthy. You simply need to say yes and allow, for it is from beyond. Sweet listener, it's time to open up and share your gifts. It's time to be seen.